What's going to make this a lot easier, now right now we have about 1.25 inches dapped onto this sill. So rather than trying to cut this all straight and then 45 it, just for that extra inch, we're going to build up the surface of the niche. So again, this is always nice to have a wider shelf than what you're actually desiring. So what we'll do is we'll just 45 our edge here, and we're going to keep that factory edge just the way that it is. That's really going to be the simplest way, so then you don't have to stress about making a perfectly straight cut and then trying to 45 it. So let's get these back ones set. We're going to stay away from the edge here. We're not going to touch this edge. We're just going to basically 45 this, bevel it down. So if you don't touch the top of this, you should be in good shape. Just takes a steady hand to do it. So I'm not real happy with that. I just chipped it. So right here. Yeah, so that's not going to look good. So that's why you have extra pieces. So I'm going to try it again. This I could probably use for the sill, you know, on the back edge, because you know, you're not going to see this. Something's going to ever cover it. So we'll be able to use it somewhere. That's the way to do it. Is just get it close. It doesn't have to be a perfect 45. It just needs, you know, you just don't want to touch these little grooves here or they'll just chip right out of there. So you have to get pretty close. You know, it'll work fine. We'll test the sill. We'll just temporarily put this up now and see what it looks like. Temporarily put this in. Go ahead, 45 the other piece. You know, these grooves are kind of obviously recessed in here. So really what I need to do is take a sanding pad and basically get this all the way up to the edge there. I mean, this doesn't look terrible, but you're still seeing the raw edge of the tile, and I don't want the grout just filling that, because that's going to look awful. So we really need to get these pieces coming together. So I'll dress this one first, basically with the sanding pad and getting this even closer to the edge here. So these pads got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think this one's a 3 on here. Yeah, it's a 3. So we're going to go pretty aggressive. We're going to go with the number 1, which has the most diamonds on it, so that we can grind that tile down. Yeah, it's definitely going to work better. You can see right here, I definitely have some lippage here. So you can definitely see I have some lippage here. That's where these clips really help out. So I can't even slide this across each other. It's probably a good, I mean, it might even be a 1/16 over here. You just put as much pressure on that as you want. And now, I could probably do that. There we go. So now you got that taken care of. That's why I like these things so much, because you can put all that pressure on there. Make sure that that stays in nice and line with one another. That feels pretty good. I'll just put 2 down this side here. So having a niche bigger than what you need it really helps out a lot, because you can always add additional foam board or even tile or whatever it takes to build this up so that when your tile layer comes, it can meet. So right now we're about 1 inch below. Now we can use thin set, or we can just use more of the adhesive. I'm going to use some adhesive here. So just get a piece of scrap and just make sure you clip them. Now make sure that those clips are even with what you need. This is loose now, so then I'll be able to thin set that into the new tile and shim it however I need to. But you want to at least have this inside of here so that you can cover that tile. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you need to stop, just put some scrap pieces on there so that these clips stay where they need to be. All right, so next morning, let's go ahead and take these scrap pieces out. Let's clean up this tile. So if a clip gets stuck in here, all you have to do is just cut it right behind the tile, just as long as it's like a good 1/16 or 1/8 inch behind the tile, you should be good. Okay, so now we're gonna have to bring this all the way into this shelf. So just measure out, it's like 37 5/8, 37 5/8. All right, so we're gonna get our sides up first on this one. So we already have everything pre-cutted. But the main reason is because I want to make sure that when I put this top piece on the back here, it lines up with both sides. Because I'm not giving myself a whole lot of extra room here. I only got 16th inch grout joints. So this has to be perfect. As far as hanging down below this niche, that's not a big deal. It's just a matter of making sure that it aligns with my top. So we're gonna put the sides up first. So just put a little bit of thin set underneath of this, because we're gonna finish this off now. So just get a little bit all the way along there. So I'm gonna back trowel this one because I'm knowing I need a little bit more thin set on this. We have enough room here for that tile to slide in behind it there. All right, so it looks pretty good. Even if it was slightly off, I'm still going by these grout joints. So even if I was a little bit unlevel, it doesn't really matter. At this point, I'm going with the tile. I guess, honestly, if it was a little bit unlevel, I would just shim this up a little bit. You're not gonna be able to tell the difference between a 16th inch grout joint and, like a fraction higher than that, but it all looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna get my wire set up here for my LED lighting. So I did want to mention, prior to installing the actual shower, when during the rough-in stage, I ran a thermostat wire, basically a 22 gauge 2-wire, all the way over to where the vanity is. And the reason I like to put it in the vanity is because the actual adapter that you put your outlet that is connected to your actual switch, it's better to have access to that power supply. That is usually what goes wrong with a lot of these LED lights. The LED supply can go bad. So you want to have access to that. And I think one of the easiest places to do that is inside the actual cabinet. But there's a lot more details and links and everything associated with this installation in my course. It'll really help you find all the items that you need to be able to do this. But this really is kind of a straightforward installation. And keep in mind that low voltage wire can be connected inside an interior wall. Okay, so one of the reasons I like using this wire, the thermostat wire, because it's a thicker gauge. It's like a 22 gauge wire, but it's all solid conduit, so it's not the stranded wire. It just holds up better. It's easier to make connections to. So as you can see here, so that's the primary reason I like using it. It's stiff, it's easy to run. You're not going to really screw it up when you put it in there. And it's great for something like this. So this will just stay in here and we'll connect it when we go to do the tile work. So this is my LED lighting. I wanted to get something that was waterproof and had a diffuser already in it. So that's why I got this one. So this will be connected in my cabinet to adapt. But let me grab my LED light. Now they only come in 16 foot for this model, so I'm gonna have a lot of extra left over. But this one has a nice rubber diffuser on it. So when you put it up like this little strip right here is where the light mainly comes through. But it's gonna illuminate this whole area. But my thoughts is that I was gonna put a metal edging and it's gonna go up against the back, and then this guy will be tucked in underneath of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually run my LED strip, and I'm just gonna basically adhere it to the back against the tile and then up against my waterproofing. And then I'll butt my edging right up to there so it'll kind of look like it's like it's hidden. So even if my tile work has to come down a little bit, it's not going to really matter. That'll be all recessed up above there. Okay, so tug on those, make sure that those are really pulled out of there, and then all right, so I'm just going to use some Sikaflex. The only part I wasn't happy about, that I hope kind of gets hidden with the grout, is that chip right there.
Oh.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to notice that or not. Yeah, thanks for getting a close up of it.
Honestly, I think the grout will be able to conceal that.
I'm hoping. I mean, I don't have any extra pieces, and
Yeah.
I think it will, but it had to be right in the middle.